Welcome back. It's Kirk. We're talking about you, your empath gift, and how to radically charge your empath abilities. Now you got to take care of yourself, and I'm going to teach you how to take care of yourself in a way that no one else in the history of watching videos is ever going to teach you in how to take care of yourself as an empath. Now, the reason why this is going to be so different is because I did not learn this from somebody else. This is something that I found on my own as an empath that has really helped me over the last 18 years of teaching live seminars for 15 years every single month, and then doing webinars every single month for the last couple years, last 3 years. So I've been in front of a lot of people on stage a lot of hours, and I really have had to take care of myself on healing all of the energy and effort it takes to be an empath. But I also want to radically charge my empath ability. I mean, I want to get better at this. I know it's like a natural gift, right? But what if you could get it to be at a higher level, more accurate, more in tune, be able to see into people at a deeper level? Now, I don't know where you're at right now, what stage of life you're in, because maybe you're still seeing empath ability as some kind of curse. That's probably because you don't know how to really use the gift. And so I'm here to help you learn how to use your gift, how to take care of it so it can take care of you and the people around you. So we're going to talk about really how to radically charge your empath ability and give you the exact steps of what to do. So first off, one of the ways that people today try to charge their empath gift by sleeping. Sleeping helps the body, but it does not help the gift. So empaths, yeah, you go to sleep just like everybody else, but your empath gift, it doesn't charge it. It doesn't raise it up to the next level, because the empath gift has to do with perception, has to do with like looking into another person's life, sensing and feeling what's going on with them. So what does sleep do for you as an empath? It just gives you some rest. So to radically charge your empath ability, we have to approach this differently. Yes, you still need to eat healthy. Yes, you still need to get a good rest. Yes, you need to eat your vegetables. So here's the other couple elements that really make it possible to charge your empath gift. Now, when I say charge, I mean have more energy, be more accurate, be more in tune. That's what I mean by being charged. Okay, so consider this. When we're around people as an empath, what happens is we tune into people, and then we start to pick up on their information, like how they're doing, what's going on in their life, what are they not telling people, what's blocking them, all the good empath stuff. So we tend to spend a lot of time tuning into people. And as we tune into people, there's this information coming to us from that person. Now, some of that information is not always the most pleasant to hear or sense or feel from somebody, especially if they're struggling or having super big difficulties or a lot of trauma or drama in their life. We as empaths, we feel that. And so there can be a lot of negative energy come from people. Now consider this, that your empath ability braces you for that trauma, that intense negative energy, so it doesn't hit you and hurt you. And so here's something to think about is, what if you, instead of practicing on people to improve your empath gift, what if you went to a place where everything is a lot more safe and more secure in being able to practice how to tune into people at a deeper level? So this is what I found. Instead of trying to practice on people, I went and practiced on nature. I know, crazy, right? It's like, what? How do you use your empath gift in nature? So one of my first places that I practice using my empath gift in nature is to tune into trees. I know, instead of just sitting by a tree, I like to tune into the tree. Now, why a tree? Well, what's cool about a tree is that it's got branches that go up into the sky, it's got roots that go into the ground, and so I figure that those branches are like reaching to the heavens, and the roots are like connecting to Mother Earth, Father Heaven, Mother Earth, you know what I mean? Like, so it's like this great connecting point between the heavens and the earth, and there's a lot of energy that moves through trees, and trees are always in a good attitude, they're always in a good mood, they're always there to support and be able to help us as people. channel. And so the first time I ever did this, I went out and I needed some help because I was really overwhelmed as an empath. And I was sitting by some trees, and as I was sitting by the trees, I tuned into the tree, meaning using my empath ability, and I connected to the tree so I could like check in on the tree, see how the tree is doing. And as I was connecting to the tree, I felt the tree connect back to me. And I was like, whoa, wait a second. Does a tree have a soul? Does it have a living essence to it? And I was like, yeah, it does. Of course it does. Just like any animal, anything that's living has a soul to it. And so here's this tree connecting to me, and I'm connecting to it, but something amazing happened. It just blew my socks off, opened my eyes, and like really surprised me is that I did not have to brace myself for any negativity. There was no negativity gonna come from this tree. And I found myself even tuning in deeper to the tree. Now, Kirk, what do you mean tuning in? What I meant was open up so that the energy between the tree and I could actually increase that oneness, that connection between us and another living thing. And so I didn't have to brace myself or filter the energy coming back from the tree. And what I did is I actually practiced opening myself up. And what I mean by that is, you know, my personal space around me, I opened up my personal space to allow more of the love, the kindness, the energy, the pure flow of just love and light coming from that tree to come towards me and fill in my personal space. Now, you usually don't do that with strangers or people at the store, or if you're shopping or walking by people, you don't open up that big because you don't know what you're really gonna get, right? You're not sure how much negativity is gonna come towards you. So here in connecting to this tree, I realized, hey, this is a safe place. This is a safe place to open up, to allow more to transfer back and forth between the tree and I. And what surprised me was how open I could be to that tree. Now, I know you're gonna think like I'm crazy or something, but what it did is actually calmed me down. It calmed me down that like, wow, I'm not restricted at the level in which I had been connecting to people. Like there's this whole other level of opening up that I can do because I was with the tree and it was a safe experience, and the tree's not gonna dump negativity on me. The tree doesn't have trauma and drama that I need to brace myself for. Like it was just a completely neutral space to connect to the tree. And so what happened to me is I realized I could open this up. And as I opened up, I actually was more open to receive. And what does a tree give off? It gives off acceptance and love and appreciation and gratitude. I mean, it's just pure light that comes from a tree. Now, did I see the light? No, I feel the light. And in my visualization of my mind, I can see that coming to me. And what I actually found was the tree actually energized me. Now, other ways I like to energize is exercise and going for hikes and drinking good water, getting good sleep. But on an energy level, being with a tree or a group of trees or a forest or even flowers or a brush or a river or even animals, to be around that energy to fill me in. And what was great about this is I was able to now practice my empath ability to get to know the tree without any worry or concern about what's gonna come at me because it was a safe experience. So I was actually able to open up larger than I've ever had before, reach out, connect to the tree at a higher level, and just listen and learn from the tree. So Kirk, are you telling us that you learned from the tree? Yeah, there is so much we can learn from nature. I can't tell you how many times I have taken my challenges and my problems, gone to the trees, and talk it out with the tree. But Kirk, if you believe in a God or a higher power or something bigger than you, why don't you just go straight to that? Well, I do, but I also enjoy connecting to nature. It's just a different experience. And I figure God created nature too, right? And so it's like, God's gonna speak through the tree to me anyway, and God knows what I'm doing anyway, but I just practice in that communication with a non-human thing, which is a safe place to practice. Where I meet and talk and coach empaths all the time, I ask them, where is a safe place for you to stretch open and open up your empath gift larger than you ever have before? And usually they have no answer for me. They have not found a safe place. And then I explain to them the whole tree experience and communicating and connecting with trees, and you can just see the light come on in their eyes like, what? I never even thought about that before. And so then they go and start to have some tree talk. That's the beautiful part, is the tree talk. And another way we call it is tree wisdom. Go and open up, talk to the tree, listen to the tree. You're gonna get some tree wisdom, and your gift as an empath is going to enlarge and open up and become more in tune because you got to practice with a non-human experience. But Kirk, what do you do now when you meet people and you go to open up really large and you go to open up to connect to people? Doesn't that mean that you're gonna now deal with negativity? What I found in connecting to nature and doing this is I found I had more confidence to sort through what was coming from the person. I remember that I had this really tough discussion with an individual one time, and I was checking in with them like, what had happened? What kind of events or what kind of situations would have caused this person to be a particular way? And as I was searching their past and searching what's going on with them, I started to tap into like what it was, and it was very intense, very ugly, very demoralizing. And I didn't feel that shrinking or pulling back or, oh no, how do I handle this? I felt confident in just being in the space, being neutral, and being able to continue with the conversation. So my conversation with the trees and connecting with the trees built up my confidence because I had a safe place to practice. And that's what I love about this is most empaths don't think about the benefits of connecting to nature or connecting to wildlife or animals. But I tell and share with empaths, I say, hey, you need a safe place to go and connect and just be as open as you can, because that's what empaths really crave, is to be able to fully use their gift and talent to be able to connect and really merge with the intelligence of another intelligence. And that's where empaths really benefit from this, is that they don't have to guard themselves or protect themselves for the unknown that could come at them by trying to practice that with people. Now, what happens is if in a relationship, if one person is an empath and the other one is not, the empath tries to connect with the person, and maybe it's a spouse or a partner or a really good friend, and they try to open up to their friend or their spouse or their partner, and the partner doesn't know what this means. Like, what does this empath need? And so empaths actually can feel unfulfilled because other people don't know how to open up that much and share that much energy and have that amount of intellect connecting. They don't know how to do that. And so empaths can actually feel unfulfilled or feel like somebody doesn't care about them because their partner or spouse doesn't know how to open up that much and give them that much energy in return. Because empaths love to connect and exchange large amounts of energy because it just feels good, it feels real, it feels huge, it feels like they're connected to the greatest things in their life or the people that they love. And so when I find that there's a couple and one of them's an empath, I ask them, do you feel like in your relationship you get back what you give? And they say no. And their partner's like super shocked, like, what do you mean? And I said, well, let me kind of help you here. This is what an empath is like, and this is what they're looking for, but nobody knows how to give it to them, you know, to give them back that much energy. And so when they finally realize what's going on, they can start to work on it as a couple. But I tell the empath, I go, you got to go into nature. Go into nature and open up and allow nature to fill you in. All the light that comes from trees and brush and bushes and animals and nature and rivers and water and the sky and the rain. Like, there's so much energy that comes from nature. Now, is there still a human element that we're looking for to be fulfilled, you know, as an empath? Yes, there is. And so as an empath, you want to be able to talk to your spouse or your partner and be able to explain to them like, hey, I love to have energy move between us, so I need you to think about me. That's what we need, is we need our partner to think about us and talk to us about what's going on, but not negativity, not negative stuff, because that makes us shut down and close off because negative goes in too far. We just want to talk about the cool things of life and just chit chat and laugh and have these moments where we can talk about something, we can be on the same page, and there's no problems to solve, there's nothing to fix. We can just allow conversation and touch and time to connect. But usually the partners of an empath don't know that. They don't know that. And so empaths can feel unfulfilled in a relationship, and they don't know how to explain that to their spouse. They don't know what to say. And so empaths, I'm gonna say to you, you gotta explain it to your partner because they don't understand the way you are, because you are different. Because you feel more connected when there's energy moving between the two of you. And that comes from attention or conversation or through touch or just being together doing exactly the same thing. You can experience that togetherness. And so to supercharge your energy as an empath, go into nature, connect to a tree. And when you connect to the tree, look at the tree and be able to study the bark of the tree. Look at where the roots go in the ground. Look at where the trunk of the tree starts to go up and where those first branches come off. And then follow those branches out to the leaves and how it branches off into the smaller branches into the leaves. And then look at the taller branches and look towards the top of the tree. Like really look at all of the elements of the tree. And the more attention you give that tree, the more you open up to feel that light come from the tree. And so if you only look at the tree and look away and get distracted by other things, you're not opening up that much to the tree. And remember, it's safe, so you can open up by giving the tree more and more and more attention. Because when you're with people, the way you open up your empath gift is through attention. Let's say your brain has 100% attention. The more of those percentage points you put on a person, meaning like 70, 80, 90, 100% attention on that person, your gift opens up to their world, their feelings, their thoughts, their history, their experiences. And so if you only give 70% attention, then the opening between you and that other person to exchange intelligence is gonna be only 70% open. So the more attention you give people or things, the more you can sense what is going on. And so there's a gauge. As much attention as you can give the other, that opens up to be able to have that much come back to you. So if you want 100% coming back to you as you're reading people or connecting to people, you have to open up 100%, which means you're giving 100% of your attention. And today you struggle with that. I know you struggle with attention because you'll open up, feel some negativity come at you. Not that the person's sending it to you, you just start to pick up on what's troubling the person, and then you close back down. So you're working off of like 50, 60% of the information from that person trying to help them. That's why sometimes it's so difficult to help people, because you're working on such a smaller percentage scale. And you need to go practice with the tree so you can open up completely, because you practice that 100% attention on the tree. You opened up, you looked at the roots, the trunk, the bark, the branches, the smaller branches, the leaves, you looked at all the branches, you stayed present. So as you go to practice this and open yourself up to being present and building your strength by tuning into nature, so that when you're with people, you are already filled with the light and love of nature. So when you go to work with a person, you can handle what you find. And so you don't pull back and shrink that down because you're concerned and worried that you have to protect yourself from the negativity or the difficulties that the person's facing. So I hope this makes sense, that to supercharge your energy as an empath, you go practice in nature. And again, you can do it with the tree, you can do it with the mountains, you can do it with the forest, with wildlife, to be able to connect. And always be safe whenever you're around animals, right? But the plan is give 100% attention to open up 100%, and then to be in that 100% and allow all of that information and intelligence to come into you from that part that you're practicing with connecting in nature. Then when you're with a person, you're practicing going from 50 to 60 to 70 to 80 to 90% attention span on people, which will help you gather more data and more information about the person, so you're more accurate in what you're doing with giving advice or support or ideas of how to help this person navigate through their life. To supercharge means to practice to open up, to receive enough of that light and love to be able to help you feel stronger. So when you're with people, you can open it up yourself, keep it open so you're more accurate, you're more connected, and you'll be able to do better in how you help others. That's the plan, for you to be better at how you help people. And if you're coaching people and you're an empath, I just want you to be the best coach the person has ever met. So your empath gift is something to be practiced with and to be exercised so that it can become stronger. It can help you feel more safe around people. You can be more accurate. You can be more in tune with people. And just so you know, you're not at 100% yet. You need to practice. And I know you're thinking, oh wow, I'm a really good empath. You get to practice. And if you're brand new at this and you're like, I don't understand this stuff, watch this video again and watch the other videos I have about being an empath. It's a gift to be practiced and respected. And because it's a gift, it's not a curse, it's not a burden. And I love teaching and training, I love helping with this, and most importantly, I hope someday you turn into a life coach and help people with their journey of life, because you could do a lot of good work to help people, because people don't understand what's happening inside them and how it's affecting what's going on around them, and you as an empath are natural at that. So if you've ever wanted to be a life coach, you ever wanted to, learn how to do that and be organized and have a system for coaching, click the link down here below and you'll see that I've got a way for you to learn that. But I hope somewhere at some time you really are helping people, because being an empath is an absolute gift to serve and help other people. In the meantime, get out there to nature, go connect with the tree, be present with the tree, practice opening up at 100% so you can be better when you're with other people. It's beautiful. Super good? All right. Okay. We'll talk to you again here soon. Just know there's more coming from me, because I want to help you be the best person you can be as you go to serve other people.